Record.
Hi, thanks for taking the time to take a look at this information. I know your time is valuable. My name is Dr. Kat. My full name is Dr. Catherine A. Caden, and I am a pediatric and prenatal chiropractor. I'm actually a DACCP, which is a board certification in pediatric and prenatal chiropractic. I've been practicing for 18 years. Recently, I've been doing more studies in functional medicine, trying to stay at the forefront of information to help my patients. And when this information was shared with me, I wasn't necessarily in a really receptive place, as my business had been doing well, has been doing well, and but what I did have going on was I had a health condition where I had this debilitating skin rash that wasn't going away despite my autoimmune paleo diet, removal of all toxins. And so I wasn't excited about continuing to practice. I was actually debating closing my doors because I was in physical pain. And I started to weigh out whether it was worth it to really continue to work in a practice and then not be able to see my kids as often. So while I adore what I do, I feel the pain of trying to run the business, which I'm not passionate about the running of a business. I'm passionate about the patient care, but not the rest of it. And I was also experiencing a health crisis in my life. And so I was looking for something unknowingly. So what you're going to be hearing about today is potentially transformative for you too. So I'm really excited to introduce Dr. Kathleen Trost. She is a doctor of physical therapy, also a mom of 2 boys like me. She has been in the health and wellness industry for her entire life, and especially in fitness. She's definitely a mentor to me, an elite in this company, which you can learn more about. And we are excited about pioneering Nutrigenomics, pioneering a way to biohack your aging code. So what you're going to be looking at is an ABC News primetime investigative report that aired back in 2005. And then she will bring you up to speed. So I'm super excited to have you here today. I hope this information helps you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kat. It's been a total honor for me to be working with you on this project. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my story halfway through. I'm also a practitioner and also struggled with the running of a business, loving the patient care, but the running of the business was a big responsibility. And when I became a mom, I was really looking for other options to have flexibility and work-life balance when this came into my life. But first, I do want to show you that ABC News report that Dr. Kat was talking about. And I have to say, Dr. Kat, I have to acknowledge you because, a lot of practitioners, doctors, chiropractors, anybody in the profession can get very pigeonholed in what they're doing and not really be open to the total wellness model. And so I just acknowledge you for your open mind and recognizing the value in having multiple streams of income to support you and your health and your family and also your patients. So let me take you to this ABC News report in 2005. It is antiquated, but we do love to show it because it's the start of our history. It will put a lot into perspective. And then I will catch you up to speed as to what we're doing in relationship to that news clip, where we are today. And ask yourself 2 questions when you watch it. And the first one is, who needs the information? And 2, if you could benefit financially from this information, would you be interested? Let me screen share here. Here we go.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Here, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. So the result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Doesn't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside, within my cells. Yes, indeed. Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression. So we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Okay, so many of you might have just been seeing that for the first time. And you may or may not have heard of the term of oxidative stress. I know that I hadn't. I was surprised, having been in the health and fitness industry for over 20 years. But I'm just going to review it really quick and then explain a little bit more about how Protandim works in our body. So oxidative stress is damage to the cells of our body. It's just normal cells turned abnormal. When you cut open an apple and you leave it out, it turns brown, that's oxidative stress. Maybe you understand that. And you know it's from breathing. But there's also pollution in the air, chemicals in our water, pesticides in our food. We put cell phones up to our head. We have Wi-Fi and EMFs all around us bombarding us. We can't control all of these things. So you may have noticed that John Quinones, when he took Protandim for 2 weeks, his oxidative stress was improved by 45%. The first study that was done on Protandim put us in a very unique position, which caught my attention as a practitioner, that we can say Protandim reduces oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days. That's a pretty powerful statement. Now, what are people doing right now to fight free radicals? They're taking antioxidants. They're eating foods that are high in antioxidants. They're taking supplements. And Dr. McCord says that those forms of antioxidants are called direct. They work. One molecule of that blueberry can neutralize one of the 300 septillion free radicals that bombard us every day. I mean, how many blueberries would you need to eat? He says it's like taking Dixie cups of water to put out a house fire. That's why people are having to take so much. But what Protandim is not an antioxidant. It's something called an NRF2 activator. You can write that down. You can look that up at PubMed. There's even a site called nrf2science.com. But it essentially activates our body's endogenous antioxidant enzymes. It turns on that NRF2 pathway. Your body starts producing these enzymes. You start neutralizing those free radicals 1,000,000 to 1 every second per second. So it's more like turning the sprinkler system on with a fire hose in every room of the burning house. What do you think would be better for you, for the people you love and care about, or your patients? I mean, who could benefit from this? Everybody, right? To be activated on the inside with 5 plants. Now, you might be wondering, well, if this is so amazing, why haven't I heard of it? And there's a really interesting story here. So in 2005, when that aired, $5 million of orders came in overnight. They saw that news report. Okay, the stock was under $1, went to over $20 on speculation as to what would happen. But the problem is Dr. McCord was a scientist and a researcher. He was not a marketing guy. He was not in there to be a salesperson. There was no infrastructure. But the good thing that happened is that independent universities and institutions from all over the world called Dr. McCord and said, we want to get our hands on your product and start doing our own studies. You might be familiar with PubMed. It's the National Institute of Health database where all peer-reviewed research is stored. Well, you can go there today and type in Protandim and see 23 peer-reviewed papers and studies. Everything from LSU doing a skin cancer study, which took us into another market, treating oxidative stress for our skin. American Heart Association and Ohio State studied heart disease and scar tissue. That study went out in Circulation Journal out to all the AHA members. They've never supported a study on a natural product before. And even the National Institute of Aging completed a study showing that Protandim increased lifespan. These are significant. The point is, this is not your average supplement on the market. But in 2006, they only had the first study and they had anecdotal evidence, but the stockholders were frustrated because the stock dropped back down to under 7 cents. It was almost taken off the registry. They said, what are we going to do? And they ended up putting Protandim in retail stores like GNC, vitamin shops, apothecaries all over the country. But once it got there, you had this bottle. It wasn't blue like this. It said Protandim Nerf 2 Synergizer for $50. what is that? Nobody knows what that is. And it sat on the shelf next to vitamin C. They put it in the antioxidant section. So this company could never get to sales over $3 million a year. In 2009, they bring in a business consultant who watches that news report. And he's so blown away. First, he says, this is a disruptor to the antioxidant industry. And this is a product that actually needs to be moved through networks of people, because there's nothing more powerful than word of mouth. That is the strongest driver to anyone making a decision. If you happen to be a practitioner, you know this. Or if you have your own business, you know this. So the company decides to pull all the product off the shelves and start marketing this through entrepreneurs who can share that news report, continue to share that as a tool. Like, you don't have to be a salesperson to do that. In their networks of friends, associates, in small networks, and that would grow that way. It was a big success, because now we are all the distribution centers, and we are in the process of expanding the network with other entrepreneurs and consumers, okay? The first year they changed the platform to network marketing, we went from 3 million to 11 million. And fast forward to 2018, we're a $200 million company. We are in 10 countries around the world, and nobody knows about us yet. So that's pretty exciting from a business standpoint, timing-wise. Out of the 200 million, 140 million is this product right here. And we've expanded our product line to include a NRF1 activator, which activates mitochondrial production. Okay, you can actually take those two together. We have a NRF2 activator for your skin called True Science. We even have a NRF2 activator specifically formulated for canines called Pet Tandem. It's a treat and formulated chewable for them. We also have some brain products. Axio, which is designed to really appeal to the entire population to help not only with physical energy, but mental acuity and focus and emotional well-being. Okay, think about people in your life whose emotions are not, they're not like level all the time. This actually targets parts of the brain. There's ingredients like L-theanine and DMAE, quercetin, Monterey pine bark, and green tea and B vitamins. These are all amazing ingredients for the brain. We also have a smart weight management line, which we have a probiotic and a plant-based cleanse, a plant-based fat burner, and a protein, which work in synergy together to help with long-term weight management. And lastly, we do have an omega product that completes something we call a vitality stack, which is the NRF1, the NRF2, the probiotic, and the omega. So there's some benefits to ordering that. But the point is, you can go to lifevantage.com and look up all of this. We also have a great Facebook group that you can add or ask Dr. Kat to be added to if you want to learn more about the products. And if you do want to know more about the business, we have something for that too. Now, I'll just kind of go back to when I was introduced to this. When I looked at this, I had no experience in network marketing. I was just a one-on-one practitioner. But one thing I didn't like about that is that it rewarded me for working more and more and more and more and more and more, because that's the only way to make more money being an independent practitioner. And so it drove this workaholic behavior in myself. And when I became a mom, that just wasn't going to work for me. I mean, I really wanted to have the flexibility to be with my kids, but I didn't have an answer. I didn't know what I was going to do. And what I saw when I saw the news report was a product that everybody needed. I would have shared that ABC News report without a paycheck. That didn't require that. This is public information. Anybody could go see that. So I didn't have to be a salesperson, and I could share it from home around the needs of my family. So that I started doing that. Some people saw it the way I did, and they wanted to jump in the business. And it grew and grew and grew and grew. And now I have an income stream that really provides me the flexibility and work-life balance that I've always dreamed of. And I couldn't be more grateful. I'm so grateful for the person that brought this to me. So just know that it's a gift that you're hearing about this now and not 10 years from now, because timing is everything. Now, you're kind of falling into one of three categories. This is a pretty fast overview. But one, if you are a one, okay, let Dr. Kat know you're a one. If you want to do more research, or you need some more information, or if you'd like to be added to a group, to learn more. But just know that anybody can write anything on the internet. There are paid bloggers and advertisers out there who, you know, smear network marketing and smear LifeVantage. They get paid to do that because they attract traffic that way. PubMed.gov is our government's, you know, NIH website. You can go there and look up protandem, study oxidative stress, look up NRF2, NRF1, mitochondrial dysfunction, anything you're curious about. And lifevantage.com is our website. Scholar.google.com is a great place on the internet that can filter out paid advertisers. If you're in category 2, you might be thinking, I want to put this product in my body, or some of these products, after you go to the website and take a look. You can get everything at wholesale price by becoming a preferred customer, and we do have some free shipping options. If you are a 3 and you're thinking, I not only want to take these products in my body, but I want to learn how to make money by sharing this information in my networks, you can become a distributor. So if you're a 3, you can let Dr. Kat know, and she can get you more information about how to become a distributor. And if you are a 4, you're somebody that is thinking, this isn't resonating with me at all, but I do know somebody who needs this information. Let Dr. Kat know. And I thank you so much, Dr. Kat, for having me here today, and look forward to many more years working with you and helping lots and lots of people.
Thanks so much, Kathleen, for that overview. I hope it was you felt it was worth your time to check in. I'm happy to share my personal story with you. Just set up a time or reach out via message or text, or we can set up a time to chat and get you the information that you're looking for. So let me know if you're a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.